Alright guys, welcome to the first weekly recap and backtesting of the setups and of the strategy. So let's have a look what happened here. We start with US 30. Yeah, obviously we tapped into this weekly plug, into this imbalance, shifted, and basically took out the external liquidity, pushing for a new brief all-time high at 40,000. And now what happened? Well, we took this liquidity and we shifted. So what we could have anticipated, and I actually shared this in my Telegram channel. Yeah, we shifted structure here, and then what happened? Well, we had this imbalance sitting here. Yeah, it's a different story on the hourly. Yeah, and as you can see, price perfectly perfectly tapped into this, and you would put the stop above here. And what do you target? Well, for the target we have to take a look. I would target the extreme internal liquidity, the extreme imbalance, because there are imbalances all the way, and price is reacting there and taking it. But I would use the extreme, and so far it looks very bearish. So we could be fine to go here all the way. Yeah, and that would be a 1 to 6. It's pretty nice, but obviously you also yeah, have this one. So you could have taken some profits here. So that's perfectly fine. And this is the first imbalance where we actually shift into. So this is no real target, but we had to break below this, otherwise could have reversed and stopped us out. So yeah, this is for US 30, and that actually was the setup on Wednesday. Yeah. So now let's shift to gold actually. So in gold we see the same thing. So in gold we actually have a new all-time high. So we broke above here, same thing. Even the weekly closed above, so indicating bullish price action. And then yeah, price was contained with the wick in here, so it just stopped people out, induced traders to go long. And then what do we got? Well, got a shift. Now this here is an imbalance here too. Again, this is the shifting imbalance, internal liquidity, so I'm not considering this. And then actually price here shifted. So again, this is external to internal this week. So for me, trading internal to external is more secure and safe. But you can also trade this, and yeah, basically would have gotten in here, then basically first target this low, and then target this internal liquidity, and that's boom. Now should we close and break below here and shift, we would actually fill these imbalances down here, because there are many along the way. Yeah, just looking at the most recent ones, yeah, So you got these imbalances down here, so just mind those, because we could shift lower and then, yeah, push price into here. And also consider, yeah, this was the whole external, so this is all internal in this whole move. So that's for gold. And yeah, as you can see, it was a trade Tuesday. So far, a few trades just from the weekly, daily, and the 4-hourly. So we then shifted here and price just dropped. So now let's have a look at EU. So EU weekly closed above here. So actually we need to get up here and close above here to be bullish, and then here. Yeah, again, price reacted here at this weekly level. Now on the weekly there isn't much we can see here, except that we took this high, which in this case is external, and yeah, so that's what we can see here. Now another thing we can see here, so there's a internal level. So this is what happened on EU. Yeah, so the week started here. So I was, again, it's like all USD pairs, correlated pairs, basically doing the same. So yeah, we had a break here. We also had this imbalance here, so price reacting there, now going here. And so this is Monday, and yeah, basically on Monday, yeah, we then have this shift here. So yeah, basically on Monday could have entered here and either like played a little more risky, put a stop here and at least target this and then lower, or gotten in here, put the stop above here and target this and the imbalance. So either way would have worked and nice trades. Yeah, and then it could have gotten into this along the way. So here's another imbalance. Yeah, get in here, it should not shift above here, target this, and so on. So those are a little bit more risky, obviously, but nevertheless would have worked. And then same thing here. So you have a small imbalance, you have this auto block here, price gets there and pushes lower, and yeah, now it actually is reacting here. So should we break lower, yeah, this to me looks still bearish to get taken out. So yeah, so that was EU. You could have catched like at least one trade of these for the week. Now let's have a look at GU. Should be the same thing, right? So here we have this. Yeah, price actually reacted here. So yeah, same thing, shifted bullish until here. Let's have a look to the left. Okay, it's fine, all efficient, so should break above. And yeah, so that's Monday. So let's have a look. What happened here? So that's GU. GU was very messy this week. Um, and yeah, it just reacted to this imbalance here to the left, and then we have another like internal here. So actually could have waited until we took out this liquidity, which we did here, and then basically target the structure. And so with GU, I had this reaction here on this breaker, if you will. So yeah, the trade was actually that shift here, and so yeah, put the stop. Let's go on a lower time frame. Yeah, actually put the stop below here. Crap liquidity, so shouldn't go lower than here. So that's a little bit risky, but ratio is much better. So this is what you can do, and there is your trade, and that's on Friday. So far we had on Tuesday, Wednesday, I think Thursday 2 and Friday a trade, each with more than 1 to 2, so that's fine. So even if you catch one per week of those, that's perfectly good. Yeah, and that's basically the review for the majors. And now let's have a quick look at all the other pairs, like just a quick look. Yeah, I remember that I was looking at this one. So yeah, that's Monday. So Monday here shifted. So yeah, we shifted above, and exactly then we left this imbalance. So price tapped in here. So that's the high to reach. Like another imbalance here. See how this goes, always from internal to external and the other way around. Yeah. It left some here, perfect. So yeah, could have entered like this, another 1 to 2, there you go, or even here. So it took, crept internal, boom, shifted. Now you got this internal, boom, came down, and then here I could have played it more risky, so should be protected here, and actually play this. So this I want to free but more risky. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, this was just dropping, so no real trades here. Yeah, this is just fulfilling its final target external here, so just pushing and pushing up. And yeah, we actually had one here. Yeah, so have a look. So there's internal. Yeah, price reacted here, shifted, then got this small internal, boom, came down. Actually got to go on the lower time frames to have a clear picture. Yeah, actually here at this auto block, and then put the stop below here. and target this. And what is that? Another 1 to 2, even more. Yeah, and that was on Friday too. So yeah, as you can see, there were many trades and at least 1 or 2 per pair that were high quality. And just let me quickly show you what I took. Actually took on Friday a scalping trade. Yeah, so have a look. So we got this imbalance even here. Yeah, even here. So price again, as shown, is highly bearish, so we still should go lower. So what do we do here? We actually create liquidity. That's all we do since Thursday. So we crapped it, boom, crapped the other side, stopped each and every one out, getting on people's nerves, the impatient lose. And now what happens? When I saw that we broke above but couldn't actually close with the body above, I saw this as a liquidity crap. And yeah, actually, so we tapped into this imbalance. And what I saw here, so here it's not clear, we did not break below, so we had all this mess. And then what happened? Actually here we had a shift. So we had a shift here, and then I saw this newly created low. Price tapped into this, some ugly price action, boom, pushed lower on Friday. And then we created this internal, this imbalance, and price tapped into this. And I knew, okay, so this should be the protected high from here. And now what do you target? Well, you target these lows, so this right here, and it's exactly what price did. And I got in on multiple positions, and actually I've just started the official challenge, like Operation Freedom for me. I'm just collecting all the trades privately, and I will share them once I'm done. The reason is I don't want to get emotional because of social media, because of pressure. There's already enough pressure on me and in the market, so it's hard enough to do it. And yeah, I will basically document each and every trade, and also my mistakes, and yeah, basically give a full analysis on the trade and on the execution and myself. And this is basically what I did. So I got in on multiple positions. I also tried to hedge at some point because I wanted to get in bigger. That was obviously a mistake, also according to the analysis. Nevertheless, it played out. Yeah, and that was the first trade on the documentation. It is a scalping trade. I mostly only focus on swing trades from here on, but that was a nice start. And according to the rules, it wasn't even the most beautiful setup, but there you go. Yeah, so that's it for the analysis. And then one last thing. So I was looking at US oil, so crude, and obviously on the weekly, so this seems to be liquidity too. Yeah, and we got this weekly imbalance here. So yeah, that was Monday. So oil tapped into the weekly imbalance, which is very strong, and basically, yeah, also here, and I basically rejected. And once, so actually even here and here, so it would have stopped me out probably here, but I could have re-entered. And yeah, so at this point, so yeah, on the hourly it was very clear because there was no real, like, price stopped here, like over a wick, not at the body, so it didn't really make much sense, to be honest. But to be fair, let's say I would have entered on a higher time frame, so you would have gotten stopped out here on this one. So yeah, just leave it at that, and then re-entered. And what do you target? Well, you target this, which is a nice 1 to 3.5. So yeah, so if I probably would have not entered here, and I didn't. I missed this signal. But yeah, to be fair, let's count it as a loss. And there we go. That's the trade. Like, take out the low. As you can see, we closed below, and then we got this imbalance here. So there's a re-entry basically, and there you go. That's the trade. And it just continues to go lower as it seems, and now same thing. We've got this imbalance, price is reacting here, and yeah, let's see what it does next week. So that's it for the weekly review. At this point, when I have more time, I will go over all the pairs. Let's just quickly, because I have a few minutes left, just quickly go over all the other pairs. Yeah, what's with this one? That's kind of in the middle of nowhere, no man's land. Nothing really good here, except we've got a shift on the daily, but we're kind of in the middle. So what we could have played here is actually this. So yeah, shift on the daily. That's not beautiful price action. I wouldn't actually take this, not even here, reacting to this NR level. No trade for me. And here, yeah, I marked this as not a trade I would take, obviously, because the risk to reward ratio is very bad. But nevertheless, that's the target, because that's the weekly level. So yeah, price just keeps pushing. And actually the week before there was the entry. Same thing here, keeps pushing. Here, yeah, we actually had a shift in market structure here, and the target is this high. Also have a look at this. That's the extreme internal, as I call it. So yeah, actually could have done here, like, either play very risky and do this. I would only do this with a small risk, or just do this with a high risk. So that's up to you, but the ratio is not very good. what do we got here? Yeah. So that's Monday. Yeah. Let's actually stop here. So there's nothing I can see. Just tapped into this internal. Basically shifted here. Yeah. So basically could have traded this. Yeah, but not a friend of this mitigation here. So yeah, let's call it a review. I hope that helped and see you next week.